Welcome to What's Math. Please subscribe to my channel, like and share my videos. This video will focus on rational expressions with an emphasis on simplifying. The word rational means a fraction, or something that can be written as a fraction. Step 1. Factor each numerator and denominator if possible. Step 2. Cancel matching parentheses or factors, and it's important that it has to be a top with a matching bottom. Special cases. If all cancel out, put a 1. Why? Because in multiplication, we have to use 1, or division, we have to use 1. Why? Because anything multiplied by 1 is itself, or anything divided by 1 is also itself. Let's look at the first situation. We have x plus 8 times x plus 3 all over x plus 8. There's an x plus 8 in the top and there's an x plus 8 in the bottom, so therefore they cancel each other. There's nothing left in the bottom, so I need to use a 1, so therefore it's going to be x plus 3 over 1, and anything over 1 is itself. So the answer would just be x plus 3. Second situation, we have x plus 5 all over x plus 2 times x plus 5. There's an x plus 5 in the top and there's an x plus 5 in the bottom, so therefore they cancel. There's nothing left in the top, so I need to use a 1, so it's going to be 1 over x plus 2. It's important, if the 1 is in the top, it stays, so that would be your final answer, 1 over x plus 2. And the third situation, we have x plus 4 times x plus 3 all over x plus 3 times x plus 4. There's an x plus 4 in the top and there's an x plus 4 in the bottom, so therefore they cancel. There's an x plus 3 in the top and there's an x plus 3 in the bottom, so therefore they cancel. There's nothing left in the top and there's nothing left in the bottom, so therefore it's going to be 1 over 1, which is just 1. Important. What if you have x plus 6 over x plus 8? And if you're wondering, can you simplify the 6 and the 8? Because they both have a 2 in common. So you probably want to do 2 going to 6 3 times, 2 goes into 8 4 times. Now let's check if that's possible. Let's analyze a simple numerical expression. We have 14 plus 6 all over 2 plus 8. Let's do this normally. So therefore, I'm going to do the top first. So 14 plus 6 is 20. And 2 plus 8 is 10. And 20 divided by 10 is 2. And that's supposed to be the correct answer. Let's look at simplifying partially. So using the same expression, 14 plus 6 over 2 plus 8. If I should only simplify the 6 and the 8, 2 goes into 6 3 times, 2 goes into 8 4 times. Now I'm going to have 14 plus 3, which is 17, and 2 plus 4 is 6. So now the answer is 17 over 6, which is not correct because we know the correct answer is supposed to be 2. So therefore, that's not possible. What if we should simplify fully? Using the same expression, 14 plus 6, 2 plus 8, and realize that in all 4 terms, all 4 integers can be simplified by 2. 2 goes into 14 7 times. 2 goes into 2 1 time. 2 goes into 6 3 times. And 2 goes into 8 4 times. If I should simplify, it would be 7 plus 3, which is equal to 10, and 1 plus 4, which is equal to 5. So 10 over 5 is equal to 2. And now that is a correct answer. So what did we learn? we learned that when we're simplifying, it needs to be all or nothing. So therefore, that is not possible. Example, simplify x squared plus 11x plus 30 all over x squared minus 36. Let's remind ourselves of the rules. Remember, if you still have issues after this videos, having problem with factoring quadratics, please check out my videos on factoring quadratics. X squared plus 11x plus 30 all over x squared minus 36. For the top, I want to know what two numbers multiply to give me 30, but when I add them is equals to 11. So I'm reading it backwards. And those two numbers are 5 and 6. And since it's a positive C, that means both signs should be the same, and it's the sign of B. B is a plus 11, so both are positive. So therefore, we have x plus 5 times x plus 6 in the top. For the bottom, is the difference of 2 squared. So I need to know what's the square root of x squared, which is just x, and the square root of 36, which is 6. And one parentheses get a plus and one gets a minus. So therefore, it will be x plus 6 times x minus 6. Now we need to cancel out. And remember, it is important that it's a top with a matching bottom. I just like to go from left to right in the top instead of flowing all over the place. So in the top, the first one is a x plus 5 and there's no x plus 5 in the bottom. The next one is a x plus 6 and there's a x plus 6 in the bottom. So therefore, they cancel out. Now we're left with x plus 5 in the top and a x minus 6 in the bottom, and that is the final answer. Example, simplify x squared plus 11x plus 28 all over x squared plus 12x plus 35. Let's remind ourselves of the steps. Now, to factor, we want to know what two numbers multiply to give us 28, but when I add them, I get 11. Remember reading it backwards. So those two numbers are 7 and 4. And we know both of them are going to be positive because it's a positive C and B is positive. You can double check. 7 plus 4 is 11. 7 times 4 is positive 28. We're going to do the same thing for the bottom. We're going to read it backwards. Two numbers are multiplied to give me 35, but when I add them, it's equal to 12. And those two numbers are 7 and 5. We know both of them will be positive because it's a positive C and the B is positive. So therefore, it's going to be x plus 5 times x plus 7. Now we need to cancel out. And remember, it has to be a matching top with a matching bottom. So I'm going to start with the top going from left to right. There's an x plus 7 in the top and there's an x plus 7 in the bottom. So therefore, they cancel out. And I'm going to look, there's an x plus 4, but there's no x plus 4 in the bottom. So I can't do anything to the x plus 4 or the x plus 5. So my final answer will be x plus 4 over x plus 5. Now let's go ahead and check for understanding. Simplify x squared plus 15x plus 36 all over x squared plus 11x plus 24. Solution. Simplify x squared plus 15x plus 36 all over x squared plus 11x plus 24. First, I need to factor both the top and the bottom, the numerator and the denominator. So I want to know what two numbers multiply to give me 36, but they add to 15. Let's repeat it again. Two numbers that multiply to give me 36 and they add to 15. And those two numbers are 12 and 3. And since it's a positive C and a positive B, it was x plus 3 times x plus 12. In the bottom, two numbers that multiply to give me 24, but when I add them, it equals to 11. And those two numbers are 8 and 3. And C is positive again, and B is positive, so therefore both numbers are positive. There's an x plus 3 in the top and an x plus 3 in the bottom, so I can cancel them because it has to be a top with a matching bottom. So I'm left with x plus 12 over x plus 8. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, click that little bell for further notification, like and share my videos. If you like what you saw in the video, please feel free to buy me a cup of coffee. It's not mandatory. Thank you in advance.